Hello, everyone. My name is April Hollis, and I'm the custom content editor for healthcare and life sciences at SmartBrief. I'm joined today by Paul Nance, senior product manager for Zelis. Welcome, Paul. I'd like to speak to you today about how plans can ensure their dental network will meet members' needs. First, why and how should plans be analyzing the accessibility of their dental networks?
Hi, April. Thanks for the question. Well, health plans must meet internal, regulatory, market-driven accessibility standards by providing reasonable access to enough network primary care providers and specialty physicians without unreasonable travel or delay. So our solution compares network member access against best possible access to help plans determine where new providers need to be recruited to improve member access. Detailed specialty and geographic level reports include filtering and sorting capabilities that enable users to view results in a way that best meets their needs.
All right. And what's the most efficient way for plans to find and fill provider gaps?
Good question. With Zelis' Network 360 accessibility module, plans can measure the percentage of members who have access to providers and create custom provider recruiting lists. The provider gap map displays specific access gaps in geographic regions by zip code and provider type. Users can then tag recruiting targets and create a list of providers to pass to their contracting team to improve network accessibility. And the availability of address and specialty confidence scores provided by Zelis, which is a measure of data accuracy, can help plans weed out ghost providers when building lists of recruiting targets.
All right, yeah, that's very useful. And what's on the table exactly for health plans? What effect does accessibility have on new member recruitment, member outcomes, and satisfaction?
So that's a great question. Accessibility has been around for a long time, accessibility analysis, and it's traditionally been based just on looking at provider locations relative to member locations while focusing on ensuring that providers with certain practice specialties are within a reasonable distance to members. However, recent member surveys show that members are interested in many provider attributes other than just practice specialty. For example, language is spoken, or patient experience scores, there's cultural competencies, for example, and whether the network has providers with those attributes within a reasonable distance as well. So payers who offer provider networks that can meet members where they are with regard to both specialty and these other provider attributes will have an edge in the marketplace. Zelis' Network 360 accessibility module can leverage provider attributes other than just practice specialty to help payers design networks that will lead to better member outcomes and better member satisfaction.
Great, thank you. And how can payers do all this while also reducing the burden on internal resources?
Great question. So the Zelis Network 360 accessibility module has no per-user licensing. It's an enterprise-wide license, so anyone within the organization can affordably evaluate network access in-house for RFPs, filings, internal network evaluation, whatever, before submitting to insurance departments, brokers, employer groups, or internal stakeholders. And they can share accessibility standards across the organization or configure new standards for specific situations. We also offer a selective view feature that allows customized PDF reporting so plans can include just the report views required for each situation. And analysis details can also be exported to a CSV file if needed.
All right, thank you, Paul. It was a pleasure speaking with you and learning more about how plans can optimize their provider networks. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, April.